Hi, welcome to another episode of CHOOCHOO-ca-CHEW. My name is Tiffany Alexandria, and today we're going to show you how to fold dumplings in 10 different ways. We highly recommend making your own dumpling wrapper. Some of these dumplings, they need some more stretch. Frozen wrappers are harder and can be drier. It might be harder to achieve the look that you're looking for. If you want to learn about dumpling wrapper, how to make them, you can check out our free dumpling cookbook in the link below. Let's get started. We're starting by rolling out a few wrappers quick. Today we have our homemade dumpling wrappers, vegan dumpling filling that is also in the free recipe book. So all the folding starts the same. You put your wrapper in your non-dominant hand and add a little bit of filling. Try to group it together. If you get oil on the rim, it'll be really hard to fold. They won't stick together. And water is your glue. We're gonna dab a little bit of glue. We're gonna start by folding, I think, the easiest dumpling, sealing all the sides together. Sealing the dumpling is the most important part. We're gonna make it fancy by dabbing a little bit of glue on one end and just twist them together. Just like that. Dumpling number 2, we're gonna do a classic pan-fried dumpling style pot sticker shape. Water's your glue, rim it around, fold it up top. And because it's a vegan dumpling filling and it's crumbly, so we're just gonna close the ends. And you have a long dumpling. And sometimes people shape them, pull them a little bit, which you can only do if you make your own wrapper because store-bought wrappers are hard and without stretch. This third way of folding is what I call the classic. This is how my mom folds. We fold it this way because it looks like a Chinese golden nugget and we eat them during Lunar New Year. It symbolizes prosperity and, wealth. Gotta have that good luck for Lunar New Year. And this is how my mom always fold hers. So this is the way that I always fold mine. And we always have this at our Lunar New Year midnight snack, the golden nugget. The next one, we're going to make a lotus leaf. This is most commonly seen when you order a basket of steamed vegan dumplings. We oftentimes use the shape of the dumpling to differentiate what kind of dumpling. Sometimes pan-fried, sometimes boiled, sometimes steamed. And this is a common steamed vegan dumpling shape. I call it lotus leaf. Maybe it's just a leaf. Then we're gonna try almost like an empanada shape. In Chinese, they call it like shen xing, so like rope pleat. So we're gonna start by folding it in half. And then we're gonna need quite some water along the rim. And then we're just going to basically roll and fold. We're like making a rope. So if you're really good at making empanadas, you'd probably be really good at making dumplings too. Here we go. It's a little rope. My end is also not as pretty, but you get the gist. That's the pretty part. The next, we're gonna make a triangle. And I recently learned that the triangle, after you learn how to make a triangle, it's got a million different ways to turn it into something else. And triangle is probably one of the easiest shapes to make. And just like that, you have a triangle. And make sure you close everything up tightly. That's the most important part. Okay, now that we've tried making a triangle, let's make an advanced triangle and turn it into a goldfish. It helps when you have more filling for this one, so the fish looks chubbier, rounder, the goldfish. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Make sure everything is sealed. And we're gonna actually poke this in a little bit. If you're getting to really creative shapes, crazy shapes, it's all about how you manipulate your dough. Give it a little more stretch here, a little more stretch there. Handmade wrappers comes into play because you can actually stretch them the way you want it to. So that's our eyes for the goldfish. And we gotta make sure it's got little fins. And we're actually going to use a rolling pin to flatten this part to make a tail. I'm gonna make my fancy fish tail by cutting them. These dumplings are better if you pan fry them or steam fry them. So we're gonna put our little peas in there. I'm going to make little pleats like this. And you have goldfish. We are going to start making our flour dumpling. This folding technique from experience is a little better if you don't put as much filling in because you want more dough to play with up top. We are going to do 5 arms instead of 3. So it's a lot like the triangle, but it has 5 arms. 4, 5. I haven't mastered making it with one hand, so I'm just going to set it on the table and use both my hands to make sure everything is sealed like this. It's like a little starfish. These little arms are going to turn into petals for us. We're gonna glue them to the side, twist and glue. You definitely need more delicate hands to do this one. Okay, almost there. It's just like playing with Play-Doh, really. My mom used to just make me a dough, literally flour and water. And that was my Play-Doh. I could just sit there for a while making shapes. It was the funnest thing as a kid. Well, you get the idea. It's a flower. And sometimes people would dress it up and, you know, add more things to the middle, like diced carrots or red coloring. Or if you have your dough in a different color, which we talk about in our online dumpling course, you can make it whatever you want. The next one is the classic xiaolongbao way of folding a dumpling. Even though we wouldn't really use this for jiaozi, but we're just gonna show you how to do it. It's a circular motion of finger pinching and just keep going around. So this is classically known as like the bao pleat. Has a lot of folds up top, and I think Din Tai Fung Xiaolongbao has 21 folds. Every single bao has 21 folds. For this last one, you're going to need a thicker dough. What I love about making dumplings is it's a lot like arts and crafts. Should we make a bunny or a hedgehog? Hedgehog's cute. Okay, we're gonna do a hedgehog. We're gonna start with filling our dumpling wrapper and we're just gonna close it. It doesn't really matter how you close it. Just seal it. Pinch it all together to the bottom, like that. And then we're gonna shape it slightly, just using your fingers to shape. Let's pull a little nose out of here since we're making a hedgehog. So that's our little nose. Boop, boop. And you're gonna need tiny little scissors and just go through and cut little sharp edges out of the dumpling. Making sure you don't cut too deep because you don't want the filling to explode. And this is also why you want a slightly thicker dough so you can cut and make spikies. A little hedgehog. I'm gonna grab some black sesame to make little eyes out of them. Just dabbing water with my chopsticks and poking an eye in there. Then adding a sesame. Boop. And then do it again on the other side. Now we have a hedgehog. You can probably pan fry this one. It should be fine. It should hold up. Heady. Okay, that's 10 different types of dumplings that you can fold and play with today. As with any dumplings, any crafts, any skills, practice makes perfect. If you can't get it right the first time, go slowly and try again. Dumpling making, I think, definitely takes a bit of patience, but once you mastered it, everybody's gonna think you're amazing. That is our 10 ways of folding dumpling today. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to follow, subscribe, and you can find us at CHOOCHOO-ca-CHEW. Check out our next video. And if you haven't already, make sure to download our free dumpling recipe book. The link is below and it's free, so go check it out.